So I created an API in AWS which I can connect to, right? Connected. And then just imagine that a user in an app would say, I want to start a measurement now, or get a measurement from Cytera. Send. That user, as we know, is assigned a connection ID. As long as they're connected, they get that connection ID. Now, that measurement in Cytera, we know, is going on asynchronously, but this connection IDs can be stored in DynamoDB for response later, as Niall has already shown. So I'm just going to copy that. And the trick here is what happens on the request, on the response side. So we say get measurement, and then Cytera gives us back this measurement. Then we go and get that connection ID, right? Add it here and trigger a Lambda function, which you see I've got a functional URL, but in reality that would just be whatever Cytera triggers, or we could even use step functions, put a queue in between, but either way the Lambda function gets triggered, gets the connection ID, gets the measurement from Cytera, hit send, boom, it works asynchronously. And if we come back to the user on the front end, they get their measurement. So what happens if you have another user? So we go here, another user says get measurement, so first they connect and then they say get measurement. Now we have the user's ID. Again, this would actually be stored in the backend on DynamoDB, and then eventually when Cytera comes back with another measurement, we can just go get that user. Cytera can actually give us the connection ID as well if we wanted, but yeah, we can decide on that later on. Anyway, so you get the connection ID, you get the message, what the measurement from Cytera. Lambda function gets triggered as soon as all of those things come together. Boom, we get a response, and if you go to this user, they got their measurement, and the other user doesn't. They only, because they have different connection IDs, they each only get the measurement that that relates to them. One thing I see from this is that these connections don't last forever. They do die, which is fine. We don't want to keep that going, but we need to think about what we're going to do with the measurement when it comes back from Cytera. And I reckon if this dies, if the session dies, then the users effectively, and they want to get the measurement at a later stage, they're effectively just polling, so then they can go and get that result from wherever we store it, S3, whatever database, whatever. So yeah, that's the story.